Hello, everyone. So I looked up online what causes, why men may need a catheter. And these pop up for me. So, of course, you know who I'm reading on. And my question is, I already did my own. I sat in meditation and I did already get that he actually does have a catheter down both legs. But then when asking if it was permanent or temporary, I got that it's not permanent now, but those things are still kind of up in the air. So, and you guys, I think you know that, like Midas Touch and Jesse Dolomer have been reporting showing like what looks like a catheter, and we know that it was around March he started swinging his right leg around just kind of weird. He's walking like the right leg, he kind of like goes, it doesn't just go forward, he's like pulling it around. So, but I want to see the reason. Let's see if I can get the exact reason why the catheter. I mean, online, this is what comes through is the inability to completely empty the bladder on their own, which can be caused by conditions like enlarged prostate, benign, or hyperplasia, which is, or neurological issues. Because that goes with the cards I've been getting for the last month or more. Urinary incontinence. Okay. I don't know if he's had any prostate surgery. Well, he could have, but since the inauguration, I would think something like that would have kept him down for longer than he's ever been out. But I may have missed it. And then neurological conditions. Now, this is what I'm suspecting here is a stroke, because it affects neurological conditions affect the nerves that control bladder function, right? So there we go. Let's see what is it exactly? What is it exactly? What is the cause? Okay, right there. Yeah, oh boy. So with the Six of Pentacles coming through reversed, generally it's just issues with the neck. But if we look at it as coming from a place of not getting enough water and not getting enough rest because we're totally out of balance, then we could see maybe partially the cause of the neurological, condition. And then the devil reversed right here. I mean, that pretty much. So this could be from his, again, on a health level, needing to take time off, part of old age, and chronic numbing out is one of the, when we get this card reversed, it's worse than, it's literally, so you guys are going to laugh because it's literally a soiled reputation. I mean, wow. And I've always gotten that he needs to experience humiliation in order for his soul to grow, like he needs to go through the things that he has been doing all his life. He's been a bully all his life. That's why he was sent away to military camp. And so anyway, back to health meanings. When we have the devil reversed, it is that chronic numbing out. So I'm thinking drugs. He may very well have been tapping into something with ketamine with Elon Musk, right? That's very, very possible, because we know that the devil is about all types of addictions. And, you know, his control issues, all of that too. So for his, strokes can be a cause, or the root cause of a stroke can be that incessant need for control on other people. I don't know, you guys tell me if you've ever experienced, somebody in your family that was like that. Or just the challenge of, I have a dear friend who actually crossed over, who she wasn't trying to control her family at all. She was trying to control her own reality, which had been terribly abusing, as a child. So, it can be one thing or the other. But with him, we know he's the controlling factor. So, okay. Now, we also have our justice card ruled by Libra. So we're in there in that same place with insulin issues and kidneys and lower back. So, and that just straight up, just that balance problem, right? And the law of karma. Okay. With the Page of Cups, again, back into that groin area. This card has been coming through a lot. Usually reversed, but this just strictly, with the body, the health, body parts, it is the groin area. And because of the Justice card with it, I think that what we have going on here is the two legs, the catheter, because that's what I'm reading on, is the reason for the catheter, right? And they are trying to balance things out within his system, but I do think that he has a catheter in both legs, so then that way the bag is put on both legs, and, doesn't have to change it as often, or maybe there's more room. I don't know. Okay. And then we have our Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit reverse. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. So that would be the liver, but this is the place where, he's having problems with excesses is what I'm getting there. It's because of his life cycle, his daily choices that turn the wheel have never gone towards being healthy. They've gone towards doing whatever he wants, and he is an attention whore, he's a fame whore, and that's all he does. Now, with the Hermit reverse, because it's ruled by Virgo, we're in that neighborhood of an acute illness. And probably because, so not only the Temperance card, but the Hermit card has to do with the endocrine system. And so I think that systems are, because they function together. The endocrine system is so complicated, but it creates homeostasis when all the systems are working together. And he's always working counterproductive, so there's that. Okay, Mercury in Sag is his attention on, and his traveling, his constant air travel, which is hard on anyone's body, whether you're healthy or not, and he's not. And like I was getting yesterday, he's just always sucking egg fumes. What am I saying? Jet fuel, egg fumes. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, so with the eight of Wands, something's going, too fast. He goes too fast in life. The air travel is causing problems. And with this card, it can have to do with falling down sometimes, or just not being so stable on his feet. Sometimes breathing problems even. Okay, and then we have, here's a clue. All right. This is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a double cancer. This is his, if I back off and don't even look at it in terms of health, and we just go with some of the, normal meanings of the cards, we've got him being with Elon and trying to get something from Elon. Meanwhile, Elon's needing to use some drugs, and then they probably both do it together. And there could be some explanation there too, because Elon was trying to get into the government, or into, the justice, like the way that he could get what he wanted, because he wanted something, and we don't know what it is, but he was on video saying that if Trump didn't win, he's screwed, and he wasn't talking about money. And he had said before that because of his background, there's no way he could ever be, and of course he's not a citizen. I mean, he's a citizen kind of, but he wasn't born here. I don't know if he's naturalized even yet, but he's not. He's never been a natural born citizen. So there's that as his wanting to get in with Trump. So Elon and Trump together, giving to get. They used each other, right? That's what the devil and the six of Pentacles reversed is all about. And these are the two, most important cards. So I think it has to do with them trying to use each other. Elon needed to get into the systems in the government, and he did that. And I think he got the information and all the data he wanted. And some of it may have been incriminating on him. And it looked very innocent, but he got what he wanted. And the wheel keeps turning. They're both in excess all the time. They're both flying all over the place all the time. Elon wants to occupy Mars, but this stress on the endocrine system and this never going within, and always going out and always flying all the time, always traveling. Especially, like I was saying yesterday, the up and down. And then here's our Elon card. And here's the wealth and the riches. Now, on a health level, the Ten of Pentacles is our card for genetic issues. And I think, I'm pretty sure his father died from Alzheimer's, but I think he did have, I don't know, don't quote me on it. I would want to look it up, but I think he did have prostate problems. So anyway, if we were to keep going a little further, here we go with all these pentacles. Look at that. Wow. And so again, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who's not, this is an acute illness, and someone who is not assimilating nutrients, probably because he has ruined his guts by all of the Adderall and cocaine addiction that he's had. And then, who knows what he uses to go to sleep. Probably, my friend told me she thinks it's Ambien. She thinks it's Adderall in the morning and Ambien at night. I agree. Okay, so Four of Pentacles is our card for having a hard time. He gets constantly constipated. He's not assimilating things at all. Again, problems with digestion. Both of these cards. Plus, there's an acute issue. So that's interesting. So what's interesting here? What's missing? So if I read this list, I'm thinking it's neurological issues. But if I ask why the catheter, oh God, you know what, you guys, it's even worse than that. Why the catheter? He says, so that he can just do whatever he freaking wants. And he can go into excess, and he doesn't have to stop. He doesn't have to stop much. He can just go wherever he wants, literally, like a toddler. Plus, he doesn't have control. He's out of control here and here. Whew. Okay, Page of Pentacles on the health level, again, overindulgence. And immature, that immature, insecure place. All right, let's see what was on the bottom. I mean, the Judgment card, yeah, Scorpio. Oh, here we have the Four of Swords again. Okay. And Six of Cups. So, Four of Swords, when it comes through reversed, you know, of course, it's my non-ambulatory card. But it's also like high blood pressure and diabetes, things like that. But again, not wanting to rest, not even wanting to balance things out and rest. And then when I think when he tries to rest, he can't, because of course he's being haunted. Maybe he was ever since childhood with that Six of Cups there. I mean, you can imagine. I mean, I understand psychologists that think there's no such thing as a born psychopath, and there's always, you know, when training is happening in psychology, it's always, one of the questions is always, is it nature or nurture? Well, what if it's both? What if psychopaths come into their new lifetime, because they're not taught in psychology, unless it's a different kind of a college, they're not teaching anything about past lives or reincarnation. Nothing of that is being addressed. So I'm thinking it's both, and I'm thinking that he came into this lifetime with, you know, this really dark negativity with him, and with his own addiction issues, and everything was just exacerbated. So, yeah. Interesting. Now, with the Six of Cups, besides, you know, family and, you know, gifts and support, things like that, this is our card for dementia and Alzheimer's. At least this is my card. That's the one I use. Because, you know, when a person has dementia and then later on Alzheimer's full blown, they always they're reverting back to their childhood, which tells me they're trying to heal some issues that were never healed. So, but I think he couldn't rest as a child, and I think that he's had this chronic imbalance all his life. And that's why the addiction to cocaine and Adderall, to keep him going and to help him not feel his deep, deep, deep insecurities. So, but what does all this have to do with Catheter? I'll just close up by saying this. I think he has bladder problems from using ketamine with Elon, because these cards are different than what we've been getting with the dailies, except for I often get the Hermit reversed, and I have often, really lately, been getting so many times the Four of Swords, upright and reversed, usually reversed. And the Devil, oh yeah, he shows up all the time. So, okay, partying with the Devil and Elon. It's all right there. He screwed up his own, yeah, wow. He contributed to his own demise with the drugs. Okay. All right, I'm going to get this uploaded, and if you can join me tomorrow, I'll be live at 11 a.m. Pacific, and just adjust to your time zone, and I'd love to be there, have you there with me. I love hanging out with you guys. Okay. Take good care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.